I'm Paul Sarossy, a cinematographer in Canada. My father was a cameraman, and so I grew up surrounded by cameras and film. My dad's camera was an old BL, a 16mm. Originally, my father was a news cameraman. Eventually, he produced and directed and shot documentaries. He was very much involving me in his work, so when I became old enough, I assisted him a lot. And of course, that ended up being one of the principal cameras that we used at film school. Arriflex has definitely been there for me since the very beginning. For me, the most fascinating part of cinematography is lighting. That became, over time, something that I was more and more concentrated on.
You are the only person who could still recognize the man who murdered our families.
The idea was that the entire film is from the point of view of the main character's deceased wife. And it's kind of omnipresent in his life and on this adventure that he goes on.
Do you remember what you said you would do when Ruth died?
Where the entire film had to be handheld, we ended up going with the Amira because it's such a great, small, documentary-designed camera.
You must find him. You must kill him.
We picked very small lenses and tried to compress the camera as much as possible so that we could follow the actor with this little cinema baggage surrounding the camera. So it was a great experience.
I'm looking for my father.
Sir, you're gonna have to check your bag.
I've already called the police.
Passport?
Films without him are sort of intense dramas with one camera, and so to be next to the actor and to be able to respond to the kind of things Adam wants to do, and because we've worked for so many years together, often we don't even have to really discuss it.
What's a Nazi?
Nazi, a bad person.
In a way, it reduces the verbalization of things, and it becomes really more just action than discussion.
I'm sorry,
In our working relationship, that's really a positive thing.
Do you want to continue?
I must finish. I must.
Cinematography is such a technical job that you're constantly trying to surmount the machinery of it, and you know, when the director says, "Well, I'd love to do this," and you're then calculating, okay, how are we going to do that? How do we fit this into this small space, or whatever the problem is? I guess as a cinematographer, I've been a little bit in that camp of, okay, well, let's just make it happen. I'm not quite sure how, but let's just do it.
Your voice has not changed.
Definitely in the digital world, Alexa meant you could start thinking of the story rather than the mechanical, technical limitations that you had to figure out how to overcome.